Greetings to all our beloved friends and followers, and welcome to Arise and Shine, our weekly program that we hold to inform, to share knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. For knowledge is what we call light, and the lack of knowledge is what we call darkness. So when we have knowledge, we are in the light, and we are the light. But when we choose not to get knowledge, we have chosen darkness, and we are in darkness. And this could be somebody's choice, and we respect that. But I don't think that it is anybody's wish to dwell in the state of suffering. Because when we do not have knowledge, we suffer. There is a suffering in darkness until we choose to end the suffering and acquire knowledge, so that through that knowledge, which is light, we can understand how the universe works. We can understand that we are one with this universe. We are not separated from the universe, as some might think, but we are one with this universe. And if we are one with the universe, well, it's our responsibility to know how the universe works, so that we can enjoy the universe, and we can enjoy creation, and we can enjoy this experience that all of us are here and have chosen to go through here on planet Earth. When we are not understanding the things that are occurring in our life, when we are not understanding the situations that may come our way, we tend to blame it on circumstances. We tend to blame it on people sometimes, or even sometimes we blame the place that we are in. I mean, we try to find something that we can call the cause of the situation that we are in or what we are going through. But in reality, that's not the truth. Because in reality, no one, no place, no individual is responsible and the cause of any situation that we might be going through. No one is the cause of that situation. No one is the cause of the suffering that we might be going through right now at this moment of the shift of the ages. If we refuse to accept this as a universal truth, well, it might be very difficult for us to know how to get out of the suffering, the problems, situations that we might be going through. Until we accept the responsibility of being the cause of what we're going through, well, the situation will remain the same. And nothing can change that situation. Why? Because we are not taking the responsibility of being the cause of that situation, so that we may know how to face that situation and use knowledge to change it. And if we are putting the cause of that situation on somebody or on a situation, circumstance, place, and even even when we are saying things like, the devil is the cause of what I'm going through. The devil, the evil spirit, yes, they are the cause of what I'm going through. Well, when we are doing that, what we are actually doing is that we are giving away our power. We are giving away the only thing that we have to use in order to get out of that problem. Because the moment we project the cause of the problem on somebody, something, a place, or even the devil, well, in ourselves, we don't have that power anymore to change that situation. We don't have what it takes to be able to turn that situation around. And it's because of that. Today in our session, we would like to talk about the change of mind. Change your mind and change your life. The change of life may sound like, well, something easy, something that we can do, but in reality, it's not easy. Why am I saying that it's not easy? It's not easy because to change our mind in reality is to change the course of our life. To change our mind is to change, if we can even say that changing of mind can cause a complete turnaround of life, a complete change of the course of our life. When we accept the responsibility of being the only cause of all things happening in our life, we become responsible for the change that we want to experience in our life. And we are not putting this on something, somebody, or a circumstance, a situation, or a person. We are not doing that anymore, but we now take the responsibility of being the cause, the driver in the driver's seat of our car, our life, so that we can really make that happen. To change our mind may take some time. The change of mind cannot be done just overnight. It's not possible. We cannot change our mind just overnight, just by snapping our fingers. No. But there is something that we all know, and that is, if we decide to embark on that journey of changing our mind, we know that we are on the right track. We are on the right course. Why? Because that is how it works in this place, in this universe, or on this planet. For the ancients who have understood this long, long ago said, as a man thinks, so is he. As a woman thinks, so is she. Which means, if we truly understand this word, we will understand that our life is the way it is because of how we are thinking, because of our thoughts. Because thoughts are actually cause of creation. The way we think projected in our life, in our circumstances, relationships, work, business, the way we think affects all those areas of our life. And there is absolutely nothing in our life that is not a reflection of a thought that we have within. So if we want to change our life, we want to change our circumstances, if we want to change our relationships, if we want to even change the occurrences in our work, well, all we got to do is to change our mind. How do we view all those aspects of our life? What do we think about our relationships, about our work, business, associates? How do we see and view all these things? Because the way we see and view all these things will determine how they manifest in our life. So, if we want to change our life, if we want to change things in our life, well, we just have to learn the lesson of changing of mind. But when we are talking about the change of mind, there are a few things that we need to understand about this, because it just doesn't happen the way we think it. I mean, if you think like, okay, I'm going through something right now, and from today on, I'm going to change my mind about this, and I'm not going to see this issue the way I used to see it anymore. I'm now going to see it from this perspective, from this angle. All that is good. And we can right away start doing that. And still, we might not see any change in the situation. We might not see any change in our circumstances. Well, if that happens, it's simply because there is something that we call our conscious and our subconscious. If we want to change our mind, it's not only at the level of the consciousness. It's not only by thinking, like, well, if I can just think this way. Like, for example, we all know about the teachings and belief of positive thinking. The positive thinking sometimes works, but we know that sometimes it doesn't work, and we feel like, why I've been positive, I've been thinking positively, but it seems like nothing is changing. Well, it's simply because this change of mind does not only occur at the conscious level. If we truly want to change our mind, we got to be able to reach our subconscious. Our subconsciousness is this level of our being that is deep in us. It's rooted in us. And the subconsciousness has been built up over maybe the various past life that we've had, or if this life that we are having now is the only incarnation, the first incarnation that we are having, this subconsciousness is something that we built up from childhood. It's built up based on our circumstances, based on the people we grew up with, based on the culture, traditions, the belief systems that we grew up with, and a lot of things, even the influence of our peers and co-workers. A lot of things go there. A lot of things go there into our subconsciousness. So if we want to really change our mind, we got to know how to reach that level of our being. Because if we are able to change the things that have been programmed in our subconsciousness, if we are able to change those things, well, the conscious level of our being becomes the tool through which all the things that we would like to see manifested in our life, I can say, becomes true. But before our conscious level can become that tool and that vessel through which projection is made from the subconscious level to the outer world, we have to first go to our subconsciousness level. And there are a few things that we can do to reprogram our subconscious level or our subconsciousness. There are a few things that we can do. There are things that the ancients, there are things that people who have walked the path of life, the path of righteousness, the path of enlightenment, there are things that they have discovered and left behind for our learning. And it's our duty to go and get those things and know how to apply them to our life, our current situations, so that we too may come out of those situations that seem impossible or seem like, well, too much for us sometimes, so that we can also come out of those situations victoriously. So we would like to end this session here today, but it's not yet the end of this talk on change your mind and change your life. We are going to continue next time with some of the things that we can do to help ourselves change the things that are programmed, because there are many things that have been programmed at the level of our subconsciousness. So how can we change those things? How can we uproot those things? Because in reality, those things are the cause of the life that we are having. And if the life we are having is not pleasing, it's simply, and maybe we are having a life that is not really the life that we would like to have, and we are feeling like, well, I can just change my mind. If I can just change my mind, I'm gonna be now a positive thinker, I'm gonna be positive, and we do all those things, and still nothing is changing. Then we have to understand that we got to go to the subconsciousness level. And when we go there and do the work that is needed, well, it might take some time, but the result will surely come. So be with us, and next week we are going to share with you some of the things that we can do, some of the things that we can start even right now doing, so that our subconsciousness can become reprogrammed with the new things that we want to see manifested in our life. We love you at Amazing Grace Learning Center, and it's our joy to bring all these informations to you, to share all this knowledge with you. We see you again next week. Until then, be blessed. Thank you for watching.